there, Coach Jandy here. So, are your feelings being discounted, or are you discounting other people's feelings? You know, we actually do it to each other all the time. And a lot of times, I don't even think people mean to. I know that they don't. I really do. But you know what? We have to be more conscious of what we speak into other people's lives. I think we really do. And we need to really respect that other people have feelings. We may not feel that way, and internally we may even think to ourselves, either they shouldn't be feeling that way, or I wouldn't feel that way, or it's not productive for them to feel that way. I don't care what your internal thought is, they feel that way. You feel whatever way that you feel, and you would not want your feelings to be discounted. Here's the thing about feelings is they are not rational. They don't always make sense. They're not always right. They're not always wrong though either. So we really oftentimes make people wrong, or we can shame other people or make them feel bad for feeling a certain way. For instance, and what kind of brought up this topic for me today, I didn't go off of my very long list of topics, is that yesterday I had somebody, I was talking about an old relationship, and I said, that I really miss that person, and they said to me, do you really miss the person, or do you just miss the void of having a relationship and having someone there? And I thought to myself, it really irritated me. It really angered me, because yes, I got into the relationship with this person for a reason. They were a certain kind of a person, and I liked that person, I loved that person. I liked who they presented to me. Now, were they necessarily that person? Did they end up being that person? No. But the person that I got to know, the person that was represented to me, felt real. And I miss that piece of that person. I miss what I thought was that person, and that's okay, because that's what I got used to with that person. So yes, there are people that I miss that I was involved with, 10 years ago, 2 years ago, last few months, it's not, like, oh my gosh. And people can also read into your feelings. Like, it's not that I'm hanging on to it. It's just every once in a while you think about somebody and you're like, I really miss that person. And then sometimes you do have some emotional times and like, I really miss that person. I'm sad that it didn't work out. But don't discount, because yesterday I felt like, and also I felt like, really, like, do you know me? I'm not just missing a void, yes, it'd be nice to have a relationship. It would be nice to be involved in that permanent relationship, but I'm not needy, and I don't need it so bad that I'm just thinking about somebody to fill and void a space. Sometimes things just happen, and you come across something that reminds you of somebody, or somebody that you just recently broke up with. It's okay to feel like, I miss that person. And even though they may have really screwed you over, or hurt you or disappointed you, or it just didn't work out because you felt like, there's just not enough common, sometimes you just still miss that person, and that is okay. We discount people in lots of different ways by telling them how they should feel, or you shouldn't feel that. Why would you feel that way? I mean, Jandy, or hey, Jim, why would you feel that way? Come on, stop it. Don't do that to someone. Acknowledge their feelings. I'm so sorry that you feel that way. I know that must hurt. Acknowledge their feelings. Make them feel. That's going to make them feel better. Making them feel like, oh, they shouldn't feel something, makes someone feel guilty, makes them feel discounted, makes them feel stupid, makes them feel all kinds of emotions. It depends on the person as to how they're going to feel. For me, it's like I got some pretty healthy boundaries on board. I just kind of look at the person and think internally, like, really? Okay. I get where you're coming from, and I know what you're trying to do, but it's not helpful, okay? So discounting other people, not helpful, okay? So when somebody shares their heart, because that's what you got to remember, somebody's sharing their heart with you, and that's a blessing. Don't make them feel bad for sharing their heart, because if you do, if you shame them, if you make them feel bad, if you make them feel stupid, they're going to stop sharing their heart with you. And then you wonder why your friends and your family members and your significant other, because you're probably doing it in your relationship, you wonder why your husband all of a sudden stops talking to you, or your wife, because you're discounting their feelings. It's one of the fastest ways to end a relationship. Just start telling people what they should not feel or should feel, and discount their feelings. So that's what I have today. Check me out at CoachJanie.com. Get started on coaching. If these are some of the struggles that you deal with, give me a call. Let's get started. And also check me out on my website, CoachJanie.com. Thanks a lot and have a great day. Bye.